Namaste. Welcome to 103 FM's Divali Khaana. I am Deepa Yankarran, hairstylist, bridal consultant, entrepreneur, and I'm also a brand ambassador for Chatak Foods.
I'm Siddhi Sankar and I am a recipe developer for Chatak Food Products Limited.
And today we will be making naan, two types of naan. We will be making garlic butter naan, and we will be also making cheesy naan.
That sounds lovely.
I'm so excited.
Now, naan is a traditional Indian bread dish. It is popular in North Indian cuisine and it is normally or traditionally cooked in a tandoori oven.
Today we will be using Ibis all-purpose flour, the Little Store Limited dahi, which is also natural yogurt, pimentos, brown sugar, and a little yeast. We would also be using our KitchenAid mixer to combine our dry ingredients and make it into a dough. So Sid, will you bring over some of those ingredients so we can get started? So I have 4 cups of flour that I'm going to put into my KitchenAid mixer, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of yeast, a pinch of salt, pimentos, chopped pimentos, a half cup of the Little Store dahi. Now I am going to add enough water to form a nice soft dough. On my lightly floured surface, I'm going to turn over my dough. Add just a little bit more flour and knead your dough gently. At this point, you could add more flour if necessary.
Your dough is supple and soft and perfect. Meanwhile, I'll prepare a bowl large enough to collect that dough with some lotus soybean oil. Just enough to coat the bowl. Now Deepa, resting in between kneading your dough also helps with the gluten development. And that's why we leave our dough to rest and then knead it a second time. And cover it with a damp wet cloth and leave it to set for about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. So while our dough is resting, we are going to prepare our cheese filling and our garlic and herb spread. I am going to put my butter into my bowl. Now I am going to add my Chatak garlic seasoning. Next I'm going to add my Chatak black pepper, my fresh herbs. This is bandhania or shadow benny, thyme, and a little bit of sage. So now I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to taste. Be mindful of the amount of salt that you are putting because your butter also has salt and your garlic seasoning has salt as well. We just mix that up.
Okay, so let's do it. Wow, the smell is just delectable.
So my garlic and herb spread is ready, and now we're about to prepare our filling.
Okay, so I'll help you with that. For our cheesy naan, we will use just about 1 cup of rennet-free shredded cheddar cheese, 1 cup of shredded carrots.
So we are going to add some Chatak ground roasted jeera to our paste or filling.
So our filling is ready and our garlic spread is ready. While our dough rests, we'll take a break.
Yeah.
And come back once the dough has risen perfectly and it's ready to cook.
Thank you, Sid. So it has been about 2 hours and our dough has risen perfectly. So now I am actually going to turn my dough onto my lightly floured surface and I am going to cut it in half. Before I start, I'm going to punch it down.
And punching down the dough really takes out some of that extra air that the yeast would have created for us. And we're going to split this dough in 2 so that we can stuff it and season it up for cooking.
So now I'm going to cut my dough in half.
Lovely. A nice clean cut.
Nice.
So we know that our dough is ready to work with one more time.
Perfect. Look at how nice and soft our dough is.
Wow.
Perfect.
And that is a perfect dough.
At this point, Sid, I am going to cut this dough into 4 equal pieces.
And I'll do the same.
And you do the same. And I'm just going to continue to just roll my little loaves so that they're nice and round.
And I'll do the same. So Deepa, we are ready to cook. I'm seeing 2 utensils in front of me. Can you please explain?
So I have the traditional tawa or baking stove, and I also have this pan. Now the pan, what I'm going to do is turn it over and cook the naan on the underneath the bottom of the pan.
I'm seeing here that you're trying your best to achieve a nice, even, thin naan.
And my dough is so soft, it is rolling out so smoothly. And if you all look closely, you will see all our little pimento peppers.
Or just like
in our
nice
dough.
speckles
Yes.
coming through.
And
That's
it looks
beautiful.
so pretty. I love pretty food. So now we're about to cook. Now I'm going to head over to my pan. I'm going to flip my pan over like this.
Right.
Be careful, do not get burned. So the first thing that I'm going to do is dampen the side that is actually going to go onto the pan in water. And this would actually help it to stick to the pan. And I'll show you why I want it to stick to the pan in a little while. So I'm going to put my dough onto my pan now.
Wow.
Get that nice sound. And now I'm going to use my
Garlic butter.
garlic
Right.
butter spread and spread it all over the other side of my
Wow.
naan, the exposed part of my naan. Perfect. So you can see how very beautiful, that beautiful golden color on the
That
other
is
side
perfect,
is
Deepa.
perfect.
So-
So I think our naan is finished, but for the last step, this is what we're going to do. We're going to flip our pan on the opposite side and expose that heat, this part of our naan onto the heat. Basically, what you're trying to achieve is that burnt look. If you don't like it too much, like too burnt, then fine, you can do it.
Wow.
Look at that. It's already
That
kind
is
of,
beautiful.
it is perfect.
And I guess we're going to take this off
Yes,
now.
we're taking it off. Just take your time, because remember, there was water that was on the other
Right.
side, so it may stick a little.
So easy.
Oh my god, so
And
easy.
look how perfect.
Look at that.
Guys,
Guys.
Deepa is a pro.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so let's do the other one now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my one we're going to make on the tower, right?
Yes.
So are we going to follow the same procedure?
No, we're not. So this method, we're going to stuff our dough with a little bit of the paste or
The cheese paste. Okay, and then what?
and then we're going to roll it out. So you want to gently press down, spread out that dough just a little bit.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So what we're going to do?
So we can just take a little bit of our garlic mixture,
Butter,
or garlic
right.
butter. Yeah, spread it throughout the top of our naan. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of our black sesame seeds or black till from Chatta.
I know you told me that we're going to get this nice and charred and I mean like the real thing. How are we going to get that now?
So we can actually use our tongues, take it over the tower and pass it over the flame. Sort of like what we did with our pan. So let's dig in.
Oh great. I couldn't wait. So I'm going to try the cheesy naan.
I'm going to try the garlic naan. Crunchy. Soft.
Supple.
That charred flavor. That
Mhm.
roasty sort of.
And you know what makes the cheesy naan special? The roasting and the charred flavor from the technique almost resonates inside of the dough as well from that roasted ground gyro from Tata Foods. I mean, it's perfect. It's
Let me
really
try.
perfect.
Let me try that. I have no words. All I want to do is eat.
Guys, that brings us to the end of this episode.
So good.
It has been a real journey and an adventure. Thanks for joining us on another episode of 103 FM's Divali Khaana. My name is Siddhi Sankar.
And I am Deepa Yankarran.
Happy Diwali!